Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and yep, I'm at it again. I'm watching things and coming up with some interesting conclusions, and if all goes well, I'm on my way to the mailbox right now, and I will be finding out if this will be my last video, last walk around video on the cell phone. If all works out well, I've got some data cards sitting in the mailbox. That means the new camera rig will be up on my next walk around video. So we can all be excited about that. All right, so I have been watching the Arizona hearings all day. I actually have it on pause right now so I can go walk the dog and check the mail. And it's fascinating, really. And I know what the first thing you're thinking is you should be over there watching Pete, and I should be ashamed of myself, and I give myself a few Maricopas and Hail Marys, and I'll, get as much forgiveness as I can. But these hearings are very important. What I'm listening to allows me to come up with my personal information about this election or selection or intimidation, one of those things. I don't know what they're going to call it at the end. But I am watching this thing kind of makes me wonder, did these people want to get caught? And I have a reason for thinking this. What we're looking at is the biggest power play and the largest crime perpetrated on a country, on a citizenry, that has probably ever been done in history. The only thing I can maybe compare it to is when Rome would seize a new city. If there is, sorry about that. Data cards. I'm going to be using the new camera rig from now on. Anyway, it's windy. I apologize about that. But what I was saying is, when Rome would seize one of their new territories, they would be as bold as they had to be. They'd come in there banging their drums and their shields and making as much noise as possible, basically telling the people, you're going to submit because we're coming at you and you can't do anything about it. Well, the same kind of thing is going on now with this charade of an election. They are being, I'm trying to get the sun out from behind me here. They are being extremely bold, in your face, kind of what you gonna do about it. And it makes me wonder again if they wanted to be caught, and that it is really designed to tell us, our plebs as we are, or the great unwashed masses that are down here below the castle. It just looks like a power play. And it looks like they did this so that they can be right in our face and say, look, you're weak. There's nothing you can do about this. We are taking over your country. Prepare yourselves for communism. You will either submit or you will be exterminated. And there's so many people backing this criminal empire. Our allies, for example, are very bold in their the way that they talk down to America, and they try to make us sound like we're weak, and that the UN and the different forums over there, the forums on foreign relations, and all these other people trying to make it look like we're weak, that we're defeated, and that they've just been able to railroad us, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, it's all a psychological game. And what they're hoping is, just like when Rome would seize one of their little villages, they're hoping that they've hit you so hard that you will bow down to Caesar, the Emperor. Same concept. You will bow down to the Democrat Party because we have shown you our power. Well, I'm not bowing down to shit. And apparently Giuliani and his team aren't bound down either, which is good. Now the question is, will these legislators take the power that they've allocated to their state's attorney generals and to their governors, that the governors and the attorney generals are not entitled to? Will they retake that power and take over the process of issuing electors? That is the question. Now, this can all be resolved at the state. As long as people aren't intimidated and they don't let them seize their village, it can be taken care of at the state level. The purpose of the Supreme Court, and some people may not be aware of this, the Supreme Court is not going to choose our election. And I hear a lot of people saying, yep, it's going to go to the Supreme Court and they're going to decide. No, they won't. What they decide is if the election was legal. If there are enough discrepancies in the election that it basically can be declared null and void just because there's no chance of getting an accurate count, the criminality involved would exceed anything that they could follow up on. Investigations would take millennia. So the Supreme Court would say, okay, there's just no way this can be a legal and justified election. There's no way to certify this election. And at that point, they would declare the election void, basically, incapable of coming up with a conclusion. And at that point, they would relinquish the power and the decision to the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives would then move forward to declare a victory. And the way that's done is each state is represented by one. So it's not like Pennsylvania, 39 electoral votes, and California gets their 58 or whatever the hell it is. It doesn't work like that, which is all. The number scale on the Electoral College is pretty stupid too. That needs to be fixed a little bit. Every state should get one. And in this situation, every state gets one electoral vote. Now, the significance of that, and the reason I've said in several videos, quit worrying about the president's fine, we need to think about the down ballots. We have something like 36, and I've heard as many as 39, but I think it's 36 Republican state representatives, Republican state houses / Senate, whatever, and that the Democrats have 14. Well, the math on that is pretty simple. If you get 36 or 39 Republican state representatives, then it's a win for President Trump. That's why I said, quit worrying about the president, he's fine. But now we have to fix the down ballot races. We have to figure out if this criminality was done at the presidency level. Well, guess what? It was very likely done in the down ballots as well. So my guess on this now is that once they've hammered out the presidency, entirely possible that early January, before the inauguration, that they could require an additional vote, a new vote for the states. That they would have their security in place, they'd get rid of the Dominion voting machines, they change the whole format, maybe use the blockchain technology that was created and patented by the Postal Service, and then do a complete re-election of the down ballot races. Now that's a guess, educated guess, but I still call it a guess. But the ultimate end to this thing is that they've been so bold and in our face with this criminality and this attempt to seize the village, that they were hoping that we would cower and submit. But instead, I think they've raised an army of our own, and once they do that, then they can't defeat us. And I think they've lost this one because they bit off more than they could chew. They didn't realize the responses they'd get, and now it's our turn. So we'll see what happens, but just, if you get a chance, watch some of that hearing and you'll see some of the absolute blatant, in-your-face criminality that was done with no remorse, no intimidation by the people committing the crime. They're not scared of being caught because they feel like they are the all-powerful and you stand no chance, child. But anyway, come on, Pop, this way. Come on. So anyway, that is my perspective this time. If you like what I have to say, make sure you hit the like button, thumbs up on the way out the door. Tell your friends about me, have them come subscribe. I'm in war right now with YouTube. I'm getting subscribers, YouTube is taking them. So, you know, it's a whatever game. But anyway, y'all stay in the fight.